Hey guys, what's up? So today I'm bringing you another top 15, and today we're going to be talking about Deuce. Now, if you don't remember who Deuce is, he is the former frontman and singer for the rap rock band Hollywood Undead, and personally, at least for me, when it comes to Hollywood Undead, I think Hollywood Undead has done a lot better without Deuce. They definitely matured on their second album. They still had their handful of party songs on American Tragedy, but you had more serious songs like Pour Me and Bullet on that album. And Hollywood Undead wanted to go in a different direction anyway. They wanted to go in a new direction and evolve and mature their sound and or mature their songwriting, I guess, not so much their sound. Although I do feel that on American Tragedy, they did go heavier on the second album. At least that's how I feel, but Deuce decided to leave in 2009 after they recorded a live covers album. It was basically half a live album, half a covers album. And if you do go back and listen to the live album that they did, personally, I just listened to the live tracks. The covers on there were not very good. They covered Motley Crue. They also covered Led Zeppelin. They did Immigrant Song, and they also did Shout at the Devil. Now, Shout at the Devil being one of my favorite songs of all time, and, you know, Hollywood Undead being one of my favorite bands of all time, and Motley Crue being one of my favorite bands of all time, you would think, awesome, another one of my all-time favorite bands is covering a song of another one of my all-time favorite bands. This is going to be awesome. And it was not. It sucked. But the live tracks on their Desperate Measures album were good. They ended up singing all their hits on that live / covers album, and the live tracks were solid. So yeah. Then fast forward 2 years later, and we get Deuce's debut album, 9 Lives, which was a great debut album for him. I still think that's his best album. Or actually, no. I've been listening to Invincible lately, and I'm starting to like Invincible more over 9 Lives, to be honest. I even like the throwaway tracks that were cut from the album and put on the Nightmare EP. So yeah. But Hollywood Undead, as far as they're concerned, or as far as they are concerned, they're still making music, they're still putting out albums, and New Empire Volume 1 and Volume 2 were awesome. They were awesome albums. Nightmare being my favorite song on New Empire Volume 1. So, now, Deuce's song Nightmare versus Hollywood Undead's song Nightmare, I would take Hollywood Undead's version. I think it's better. I still like Deuce's song Nightmare, but I like Nightmare by Hollywood Undead a lot more. So, yeah. Now we will get to that song on this list, but, yeah. So down in the comments below, before I get this list started, feel free to leave your top 15 favorite Deuce songs in the comments below. And you know what? Feel free to even leave your favorite Deuce songs from his Hollywood Undead days. You know, you can do that as well. And yeah, so let's get started. Number 1 is Help from 9 Lives. This is hands down my favorite song on the entire album. I love the guitar riff. I love the intro of the song where Deuce is talking with the head of his record label, and they're arguing, and then the record label executive's like, "I'm gonna bury you, boy," and then it goes into the first guitar riff, and the song just kicks ass. Number 2 is America from 9 Lives. This was the first solo Deuce song I ever heard, and considering the state of America right now, this song just hits home for a lot of different reasons. And the song, when it came out at the time in 2012, it was talking about, you know, the political climate at the time, but I feel that America still, the lyrics of this song still ring true in today's political climate. Number 3 is Let's Get It Crackin'. This is a really good party song, and it's one of Deuce's best party songs. In my opinion, I would definitely put it up against some of Hollywood Undead's party songs. Now, this song also has a feature from Jeffree Star. Apparently these days he's doing like beauty stuff and has like his own like beauty line or something, or clothesline or something. He's doing something along those lines. But back in the day, in the early 2000s, he was spitting bars on Hollywood Undead songs. And honestly, you know, Jeffree, he's not bad. He can deliver some solid bars, in my opinion. But personally, if you ask me, I think he fits best with Hollywood Undead or Millionaires, or, you know, artists like those in the crunkcore scene. I don't really think he would fit well in any other scene, to be honest. I'm sure a lot of people will agree with me on that, but yeah. Although he does have a solid performance on this song, so I'll give him credit for that. Number 4 is I Came to Party from 9 Lives. Just another party song from Deuce, and it's a solid track. Alright, number 5 is Gravestone from 9 Lives. This might be my third favorite song on 9 Lives, next to Help Me in America. Although that it changes between those 3 songs. Where I rank those 3 songs, it changes all the time. But overall, Gravestone is a great song, and it's definitely a great closing track to the album 9 Lives. Number 6 is World on Fire from Invincible. Number 7 is It's Alright, It's Okay from the album Invincible. To be honest, this song took some time to grow on me a little bit, but I really enjoy the song now, and it's one of my favorites on Invincible. Number 8 is Talking About You featuring Gadget, another one of my favorites on Invincible. And honestly, another grower for me too. This one took a little bit of time to grow on me, but again, same thing with number 7. It's Alright, It's Okay. I like the song Talking About You. All right, number 9 is Famous featuring Gadget. This has another Gadget feature. Now, this is on the Nightmare EP. Now we're getting into the B-sides of Invincible. And this would have to be my favorite song of the B-sides on the Nightmare EP. Really good song. Number 10 is Do You Think About Me from the Nightmare EP. I don't know if you want to call it a love song. To me it sounds like one, but I don't know. I guess we'll say it's more in the vein of like how Hollywood Undead does their love songs, really. That's just what I think about it. But either way, it's a good song. Let's see where we at. Number 11 is Look at Me Now from the Nightmare EP. Good song, pretty solid track, in my opinion. Number 12 is Bad Attitude from Invincible. I've liked this song ever since first listen, and it's still one of my favorites from the Invincible album. Alright, number 13. I don't know where I got 3 from. We passed 3 a long time ago. Number 13 is Bleed from Invincible. I would say this song's pretty underrated, to be honest with you. It's a good song. I like it. And when it comes to the album Invincible, I think Bleed deserves more attention. Unless it's like one of the most popular tracks, and I don't know that, but yeah. Alright, number 14 is Miracle from the Nightmare EP. Now, this song was another grower. It took some time to grow on me. However, I do like the ending of the song a lot, where Deuce starts screaming, and I think he does a great job. All right, and now number 15, the final song on this list is the title track to the Nightmare EP, Nightmare. Love this song. It's a very good closer to the Nightmare EP. And I don't know, I just find this funny that Deuce's Nightmare EP ends with the song Nightmares, the closing track, and then Hollywood Undead's new album, or new albums, Volume 1 at least, New Empire Volume 1, ends with the song called Nightmare. I don't know if that just kind of just happened and that's just how it is, or if that's just a coincidence. I don't know, but I find it kind of funny that both New Empire Volume 1 and Nightmare by Deuce both end with a song called Nightmare. So yeah. Now, when it comes to New Empire Volume 1 and New Empire Volume 2 by Hollywood Undead, I definitely think that New Empire Volume 1 was the stronger half of the album. So, yeah. Or the stronger half of the double album. So, with all that being said, those are my top 15 favorite Deuce songs. And I will see you guys in my next video. Rock on.